Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine Mlangeni and this is another video for you guys. So if you are a new Uber driver and you just started on your Uber business or whatever, so grab a tea or grab some coffee, grab a drink, and yeah, let's get this rolling. So today I have tips for new Uber drivers, guys. So when I started, I searched for tips. So the tips that I could get was the ones that you get on Uber. So if you haven't looked at those, please do go and look at them because they are also helpful. So I'll just post or put a screenshot where you can find the tips on Uber on the Uber app. So without me wasting any time, guys, so first things first, I know that as you're starting, you might be under pressure. You might, be thinking a lot. When is this trip gonna come? So when it finally comes, you're like, "Ooh, yeah, jackpot!" So you accept every trip that comes. No, guys, don't have to accept each and every trip that comes to you. Um, Maybe like, what do I mean with that? For example, you find that sometimes you are fetching a rider sorry, you're fetching a rider and the distance to fetch the rider it's actually more than the whole trip distance. Like for example, you're going to fetch someone 10 kilometers away, but the whole trip is 5 kilometers. Why would you accept that trip, guys? Because it means that you actually used more petrol to fetch that person than the petrol also you've used when you were dropping off the person. So always have that in mind. Unless you are doing a long distance trip, you know that that trip will just cover up for that long distance where you have fetched someone from far. So that was number one. You don't have to accept each and every trip that comes your way. Okay. So the second one, sorry guys, yo. So the second one is always remember to use your safety toolkit. There's this thing of audio recording and follow my ride. So I would advise that make sure that you always use your audio recording because it will also inform the rider that you actually recording the trip. You have an audio recording ongoing, so it doesn't mean that they will not know that they are being recorded or anything like that. So they will be informed, and also have someone that you're accountable for. I don't know how to put it, but someone you can always send your follow my ride, you know, on each and every trip that you are doing, so that at least the person will always have, your last trip that you did, or when you're in trouble, guys, you never know when you'll be in trouble. So it's always safe to be safe. It's always better to be safe than sorry. So make sure that you use your toolkit, safety toolkit. It should be your friend, guys. So make sure. Okay. So the third one is keep your car clean, guys. This is important. Make sure that you take this car to car wash. Hey, that car needs to be squeaky clean. Okay, it needs to smell fresh, it needs to smell clean. Yay, guys, I've heard experiences as a rider. Okay, I've had experiences as a rider, and let me leave it there. Guys, you need to keep the car clean, keep yourself clean. You need to look, remember, this is your job. Even if you're doing it part-time, even if you're doing it full-time, you need to look clean, you need to look organized, and you never know who you might be, you know fetching. You don't know, guys, you never know. So always, like, look clean, neat, your car clean, smelling fresh, smelling clean, then you are way to go, guys. So make sure you take that car to car wash. Just remember, guys, what also I've realized, as time goes and as time went, yeah. So what I've realized is that you also have riders that are allergic. So you need to be light on the strong scents. Don't use too much strong cologne on yourself, or maybe the car products. Make sure that the car products that you use are like light. Yes, the car will smell fresh and clean, but it shouldn't be like too strong for someone else. Yeah, so I think, yeah, just be considerate, guys, when you're using your colognes and also your car products. Be sure, remember, you providing a service, and if this is either a business or this is either your work. So you need to take it serious. And your customer always comes first. You understand? So as much as you wanna smell nice, and but you also don't wanna make you rather sick if they're allergic. So just be mindful of that. And number 4, this one is very important, guys. You Now I wish like I had made it to be number 10, but stay right there. Don't go anywhere, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay for number 10. Stay up until the last one so that you hear number 10. You need number 10. Okay? But with this one, okay, the next one is number 4. Number 4, always remember, you have about 10 seconds to accept a trip. You have about 10 seconds to decide whether you're accepting it or you are declining it. Okay? So your mind needs to be working, guys. Remember, hey, listen, your mind needs to work as quickly as it can. Okay? It needs to work fast, quick, squeaky. It needs to be like active. Okay? Because in that 10 seconds, you have to decide, I'm taking it or not, and you have to, at the same time, you have to see where you're going. You need to see how far is the place. You need to see how far you are fetching this person. So I think this one, it will be something that you train your mind as it comes. As you accept the trips, you will get better, as and when you do the trips, because that's the most, you need to know what's the most important information you need to see on the trip, for what determines you accepting a trip. So you need to be very mindful of that. 10 seconds. Okay? You need to be mindful of that. And then my number 5, don't take trips where, guys, for safety purposes, your safety comes first. Okay? So make sure that you don't accept like people, like more people, like of which you cannot accommodate. If like your car can only accommodate 3 people, make sure that's the number that you're taking. You cannot take 5 people, whereas your car is accommodating 2 people or 3 people. So please make sure of that, because also you are more enlightened to like be like attacked or anything like that. So just also for your safety, to feel comfortable, and also remember, as you're driving, there are rules of the road, and you might like come across like your traffic cops or police, whatever, and like now you find that you have a lot of people in the car, and like what do you do, because you're the one who's going to be in trouble. So yeah, bear that in mind. And number 6, always make sure that you plan your trips, guys. Plan your trips, like have a plan on how much actually you need to make, so per day. I would advise that you look at it first on a monthly basis. So look at what you want to make per month on average, and break it down. You know how a goal works. You first have a bigger goal, and then you break it down, until to a doable action. So if you make a plan to say, okay, your budget's okay, you're saying you want to make this much on a monthly basis, then you break it down on how much you need to make per week, and then you break it down to how much you need to make per day actually, for you to get to that point. So that will actually really help you in planning your trips, and also plan your trips to say, okay, today what is it like you focusing on? Are you just taking shorter trips, around the area where you're staying, or you maybe if you want to go work in Sandton, you know, because sometimes you might find that maybe something is happening in Sandton, maybe the events or whatever. Be mindful of everything, when you're planning your trips. So if maybe something is happening in Sandton, you are more likely to make more money in Sandton. Maybe you just want to go to Sandton, and then take shorter rides around the area, and then maybe then when you're about to go, you can take like a longer trip, because my other tip is you should avoid taking longer trips frequently, because those ones, they do chow in petrol, guys. They chow in petrol. Yo, they do, unless you have a plan in properly on in place to say, okay, how many longer trips you can take maybe per month, or you just have that option of saying you only take longer trips when you're about to go home, and you can take longer trips when you are going home. And yeah, that will actually like really help you. Okay, so that was number 6. And then number 7 as well is the one where you should avoid taking long distance trip all the time, because yeah, make sure you also have like enough petrol, guys, when you going to work. Remember, this is your work, and as an Uber rider, I'm always mindful, so please make sure that your car has petrol to take like a number of trips without you going to the filling station. And then make sure that you always like frequently put it like refill, so that you don't have to disturb your driver, your passenger, or your rider. You don't have to disturb their trip, in that way. So that was number 8. And then number 9, guys, as we're getting closer to number 10, uyaphi, hlala phansi silalele la tips. Please sit down. I'm gonna get to number 10, guys. You should just wait for number 10. That's what makes you different. I feel also number 9, is very important. Number nine's tip is avoid opening windows, with your riders in the car, because now imagine like I'm too tired, or maybe I have flu, and then when you just open that window down, your window, like it's affecting me. So I have to now speak to you even if I don't want to. Like I have to be like asking you to please close the window. Hey, please. Oh, I have flu. Oh, my wig is flying out. Yo, guys, please be nice drivers. Don't open those windows, and make sure you ask your rider if they want an aircon or not, because there are people who have sinuses. They don't, most of the time they don't want the aircon on, because it like it ever affects us. So please make sure that you treat your riders well, properly, be kind. Okay, now I'm touching on number 10. Number 10 is what we've been waiting for as well. Okay, guys, so number 10, with number 10, I just want to say, be different, guys. Be authentic. Be the driver that you want, to be driven by. Just be nice, be kind, and always make sure that you read the room as well. Whether maybe your rider is a talkative rider, it's a rider that's quiet, they want their peace and quiet, or is the rider that makes up conversations. I think this is also a skill that you will also learn along the way. Sometimes you can see that, okay, a person is just too quiet and they don't want to be disturbed, they're busy on their phone. You just watch out for those smaller things. So if a person is very busy on their phone, minding their own business, girl, guy, mind your own business as well. It means that I don't want to talk. I'm not in the mood for talking. But then you get those riders that will be very talkative, talkative. They want to talk to you, they're asking you questions. So answer as much as you could, and also like don't be rude, okay? Because that's what makes you different. That's what will determine that TB. Listen, please listen. That is number 10. Decides whether you are getting a tip or not. So make sure you do it right, okay? Make sure you ask also your rider what kind of music they want, or what kind of artist they like to listen to. I know that number 10 comes, you have to go an extra mile, because sometimes if then you're asking your rider what kind of artist they would like, then it means that you should have subscribed to either Spotify or something else where you are able to quickly search. So if they say Beyonce, you quickly search for Beyonce and you put it on, and then your rider is happy. And if your rider likes jazz, then you are able to quickly put it on and then you play. And then, yeah. Well, yeah, that's about it. And then maybe let me just quickly check, ask what kind of music you are, and then be friendly as well. And also, if you have the means to, you can also consider adding water, free water, in the car. You know, you can consider adding free water in the car. You know, sometimes you have those small because, so you can just maybe put it on the passenger's doors and in the middle, you know, so that sometimes, you know, people are coming, like they're tired. You just never know what your driver is, you know, facing, or what their day was if you're coming like to pick them from work or whatever. That's also why you should be nice, guys, because people go through a lot. I know that as a driver as well, you go through a lot, but unfortunately, this is your job. Whether it's part time, whether it's full time, e job. Okay, job. There's nothing you can do. So you just forced to adapt to the environment. You know, you shouldn't show your much of your emotions, because now, you know, yeah, you don't want it to affect your rider, and you being nice to your rider, because sometimes you find that people were at work, they had a long day, and then now you can't, you forgot to even ask you if they want you to play radio or music, and now it's all, yo guys, you just need to take a deep breath. Whether you like doing Uber or you don't, you just need to take a deep breath and remind yourself why you're doing it. It's always important to remind yourself why you're doing it, because it will keep you going. Guys, it's not easy to drive people all around every day, because you meet new people and people are different. Some are angry, some are drunk, some, hey, guningi, guys, guningi. What drivers see, it's a lot. So be prepared also mentally to say, okay, you doing this, and why are you doing it. Your why, I think it's also important, because that is what is going to keep you going. So thank you guys for watching. I know the video took long, and I'm sorry, but I'm pretty much sure it helped someone out there. So don't forget, guys, to like, subscribe, comment, and share the video. Share. Okay, and also click on that notification button, so that when I pop on a new video, you are able to quickly see it, okay, and watch it. So thank you so much, guys, for your support, and I hope this helps, and happy driving. Okay, bye.